A nurse was brutally attacked by a stranger in her own home. But instead of hiding, she started writing to him in prison. 23 love letters. To be exact, she also visited him every week, 18 times total. Her forgiveness even helped him get early parole. Everyone called her a naive fool, but she smiled and invited this monster into her home. So who is Miranda? Let's rewind. She was a sweet, well-liked nurse at a small-town hospital. She was about to be promoted to surgical nurse, with a raise to match. She even planned to sell her old house for a bigger place. Life was good. Then a coworker set her up on a blind date. She promised he was a clean, elegant gentleman, and those words won Miranda over. So she decided to host the date at her own house. She had no idea this date would destroy her entire life. The day arrived. Miranda was at home painting her nails, getting ready. Then someone knocked. She figured it was her date. She opened the door, expecting her gentleman. Instead, she got a scruffy stranger with greasy hair and a messy beard. Still, out of politeness, she pushed down her discomfort and let him in. She went to her bedroom to change into a nicer dress. But while she changed, this guy didn't stay in the living room. He crept around, digging through her stuff, and stopped at her bedroom door. Then, something he said set off every alarm in her head. This was not the clean, elegant gentleman her coworker described, so she tested him. She called out her real date's name. The man didn't react at all. Her heart sank. She immediately told him to get out. Miranda thought that was the end of it, but what happened next was a nightmare. He didn't leave. He locked the door. She warned him she'd call the cops right now. But he'd already lost it. He grabbed her by the hair. She fought but couldn't break free. Afterward, the madness in his eyes faded. He realized what he'd done was unforgivable, and he bolted from the house. Minutes later, a man showed up at her door holding flowers. That was Miranda's actual date. He knocked softly, but nobody answered. Uneasy, he pushed open the unlocked door and found a scene he'd never forget. Horrified, he called 911. When Miranda woke up again, she was lying in a hospital bed, covered in wounds, her face full of bruises and scratches, her neck marked by her attacker's hands. Doctors examined her over and over. Police took her statement again and again. It felt like being violated twice. Thankfully, using her description and the evidence at the scene, police arrested her attacker, William, within 5 hours, but no sentence could heal. Miranda's trauma, he got 3 years in prison. 3 years. Nothing, compared to a life completely destroyed. After that, Miranda's world fell apart. She developed severe PTSD. Endless nightmares every night. Her father watched her suffer, heartbroken. The trauma started eating away at her career too. Miranda noticed her once rock-steady hands were now trembling uncontrollably. For someone about to become a surgical nurse, that was a career death sentence. Her shaking hands mean no more precise work, no injections, no stitches, nothing. Her career gets cut short, right at its peak, no matter how she hides it. The hospital pulls her promotion on the spot. First thing she does is try to sell the house and start fresh. But once the realtor learns a violent crime happened there, the buyer backs out instantly. The house feels cursed now. Even dirt cheap, nobody wants it. Promotion gone, life wrecked. The house won't sell either. Hit after hit, Miranda spirals into her darkest place. To help her recover, coworkers send over a surgical practice model. They hope training will steady her hands, but skills that used to be effortless now feel impossible. She locks herself at home, practicing day after day, and she fails every time. The needle keeps missing the fake vein. After one more failure, Miranda completely breaks down. She smashes the model to pieces and collapses on the floor. She lies in the dark all night. Next morning, her eyes land on the manual. Suddenly something clicks. A dark, ruthless plan starts taking shape. It floods her mind. Miranda grabs pen and paper. She starts writing to William, still serving his sentence. She writes about her life lately and begs to visit him. The moment she starts, it is like a weight lifts off her. She feels lighter instantly. She even smiles again, but William, drowning in guilt, wants none of it. He refuses to see her. Every letter comes back stamped unclaimed, returned unopened. But Miranda doesn't quit. She just puts on a new envelope and mails it again, twice, 10 times, whatever it takes. Meanwhile, she renovates the house and discovers something strange. When she stops avoiding William and deliberately thinks about him instead, her hand tremors magically disappear. That locks in her plan even harder. Finally, after all that persistence, William cracks. He writes back one short line, "Fine." He agrees to a visit. First meeting, thick glass between them, both awkward. William's eyes are all guilt and suspicion. He assumes she is here to scream at him. But to his shock, there is no anger on Miranda's face. She never mentions that day, just chats like old friends. That casual warmth stuns William. Every apology he'd rehearsed gets stuck in his throat. Her calm gentleness completely throws him off. From then on, Miranda thrives. She smiles way more than before. She visits William every single week, each time dressed more polished, more seductive, deliberately playing with his feelings. Always smiling, never mentioning the past. Just life, dreams, funny childhood stories. Slowly, William drops his guard. They just keep clicking. Like there is no bad blood, just two people in love. He actually starts believing his charm made Miranda fall for him after the assault. Fell hopelessly in love, but he has no clue he has stepped into a carefully woven honey trap. One day, William shows up bruised by inmates. To get out and be with her sooner, William behaves perfectly, never causing trouble. Add Miranda's heartfelt forgiveness letter to the parole board, plus his clean record, and William actually lands a shot at early parole. Next visit, he excitedly shares the news, and her face freezes for a split second. William catches her hesitation and rushes to swear he has changed. He'll never force her into anything again. If she doesn't want him around, he'll move to another city. Miranda didn't answer, she let him choose. Her plan had finally paid off. William was out of prison. First thing he did, send anonymous flowers to Miranda at the hospital. Then he called, saying he couldn't wait to see her. She politely turned him down, said she wasn't ready yet, but she knew William would never give up. Sure enough, that same afternoon, William showed up uninvited at her front door. Seeing him there, Miranda acted just scared enough. William immediately backed off a few steps, insisting he meant no harm. Miranda calmed down. Her prey had just walked into her trap. She pretended to hesitate, then mentioned her home renovation wasn't finished. She could use a hand. William was still fantasizing that Miranda just couldn't resist his charm. He started fixing up her house, taking on all the heavy lifting. Miranda's father instantly recognized him. The man who assaulted his daughter, he grabbed a pickaxe, ready to strike from behind, but if he got arrested, she'd have no one. He swallowed his rage, left, and rushed to tell his daughter William was out. He warned her to stay away from that scumbag. Miranda just shrugged. She even admitted she'd invited William over. Her father was furious. They had a huge fight and stormed apart. William overheard the whole argument from outside. That night, he called Miranda, saying he never should have come back and caused her family trouble. He even offered to vanish from her life rather than come between her and her dad. That call sealed William's fate. It was exactly the signal Miranda had been waiting for, her last step to tighten the noose. Instead, she dared him to come and face her himself. That dare erased William's last shred of doubt. Early next morning, William showed up at Miranda's house, thrilled. He felt he'd found a new purpose during a break. Like always, Miranda brought him a glass of her homemade lemonade. Drunk on this so-called love, William trusted her completely and downed the whole glass without a second thought. Minutes later, burning pain ripped through his gut. He blamed it on exhaustion, figured a nap inside would fix it. Miranda watched him suffer, knowing exactly why. She sweetly invited him in to lie down. The moment William staggered through the door, everything went black and he hit the cold concrete floor. When William came to, he was in Miranda's basement, hands and feet strapped tight to a rough wooden bed. Standing beside it, the woman he was obsessed with. But the warmth was gone from Miranda's face, replaced by ice-cold contempt. William finally realized he'd walked into a trap from the very beginning. He screamed that she was crazy, a scheming psycho worse than him. Miranda just smiled. She told him she never forgot the shame and pain he caused. Every prison visit, every smile pushing his parole, even cutting off her father, all for this moment. Cornered, William played the sympathy card, trying to appeal to her conscience as a nurse. He recalled all the lives she'd saved, swearing he'd changed. He begged her to stop the revenge. Miranda was done talking. She slowly injected a mystery drug into his veins, and William blacked out again. When he woke again, Miranda was gently holding a cup of water to his lips. Then she slid a hand under the blanket for him to hold. In agony and terror, William grabbed that hand like it was his only lifeline. Then Miranda burst into creepy laughter. She laughed and ripped the blanket away. William realized in horror it wasn't Miranda's hand at all. It was his own left hand, and that wasn't even the worst part. Miranda yanks the sheet off him, and William cries out in total despair. While he was out cold, she had left him permanently injured, and this game is only getting started. Miranda plans to keep him alive, so her revenge never has to end.